In our vocabularies, there is a single word that can change the direction of every story. And while we might believe that kind of value is found within the familiar designation of love, loving others doesn't always convey that we have a grasp on how the energies of life feel for them. Each of us desires to be understood, but the definition of what that entails is not the same for everyone, nor is every person capable of taking action in order to provide it to someone else. And that mismatch of vibrations can leave us feeling lonely in an area filled with people who we know care about us as we do for them. It's difficult to be connected to others, though, when our attachment to ourselves contains the idea that in order for us to be heard, we need a different person to show up and sympathize with our details so that we may experience relief from our feels, even if only for a moment. How we have been aware of that pain taking up space in our stories has served a purpose. But as many times as we have repeated those steps, they have never once contributed to the understanding and the safety that we have been chasing with hope in our hearts. Changing those familiar movements, then, can make us feel fearful, particularly since we don't believe in what we can't see. We are uncomfortable with supporting ourselves, and we would prefer to skip to the destination where we will finally just be happy. On our journeys, though, every moment has been an act of our becoming. And by permitting space between our now and the place that we have yet to get to, we determine the shape that we will take along the way instead of the grief continuing to decide for us. As we move into the new year, let us let go of the kind of communication that the yesterdays outlined for us and substitute it with listening to understand, particularly when the stuff that dragons have to say is only powerful if we don't. May 2024 be the year that we grasp that the vibe of love is an illuminating light in our stories, but the energy of understanding is the lighthouse that's needed for the stuff that limits our view of that endearment. Have the best day possible for you. Love always, Hevel.